What is going on, guys? Welcome to the final Sunday of 2023. I figured I might as well do a recap of the whole year, just being the first year on YouTube. A lot of stuff actually happened. I was looking back through my videos and I was like, damn, we did quite a bit and had a lot of fun already. But yes, to get started with this video, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the views, the likes, the comments, and the subscribes. I'd mentioned in the previous two videos that we were getting real close to 100 subscribers, and while it's not a lot, we achieved it, which is great, and we did it before the year ended, which I think is super cool. So I definitely appreciate the support there, and you know, if you continue to like the videos, it just helps me out a lot. It helps the videos reach more people, and if you subscribe, that is greatly appreciated. So yeah, all things aside, let's dive into it. Let's start with the Audi R8 during 2023. This car was down for quite a while compared to previous years, and there were a couple of reasons behind that. So yeah, I had a little bit of a tougher year going for it. The biggest expense that happened on the Audi R8, and I didn't do too many videos around it just because it was a thing that happened and we got it repaired, but it was the oil pump / dry sump system. Basically, the Audi R8 went in for a normal oil change, and as they were taking off one of the drain plugs, because that thing has tons of drain plugs, it actually stripped. They had to order an entirely new oil pump or dry sump system and replace it, and that was like a $6,000 bill, which was kind of annoying. I'm just glad that the oil pump and dry sump system didn't fail in a catastrophic way while I was like on a road trip or while I was at a track day or something like that. So yeah, really glad to not have a catastrophic failure on that and just have it be a simple stripped bolt. Still sucks, but that's how it goes. So that thing was down for I want to say somewhere around like 2 or 3 weeks while that was getting repaired. The other thing that happened to the Audi R8 was that in the Vale Concours video, while we were driving up to Vale, the tire let loose and we ended up with a cracked wheel. Luckily, that was a pretty straightforward process to just claim the warranty that Vossen offers on these wheels, and got that shipped in, along with some new Hankook tires, and those are feeling great. In the process of that, the Audi R8 got a new corner balancing alignment. It's like this super fancy alignment, and they actually asked me how much I weighed and everything, so that was cool. Not necessarily an expense that I needed, but it totally changed how the car handled, and I can't wait to get it out on the track in the spring, or even if we have some warmer winter days that are conducive to an open lapping day, we will take it out to High Plains Raceway and see how it behaves with the new tires and the new alignment. So, but yeah, that's all fixed up now. That I think we had to wait on for quite a while to get the new wheel in, and I think we also had to wait a little while on the tires, but it got repaired, which is awesome, and the R8 is good to go. So that was the primary two expenses that occurred. Even though, you know, Vossen paid for the brand new wheel, I still had to go and get new tires and that alignment, but I'm just glad it wasn't anything worse. We did manage to fix the horrible glass scraping sound that was being caused by the windshield wipers. Essentially what happened there was some shop in the past had taken off the windshield wipers and switched their positions. So the passenger side windshield wiper was on the driver's side, and it's kind of funny because that just lowers the passenger side being on the driver's side. That windshield wiper is a lot lower, so it's closer to the glass, and that's where it was scraping. But in the process of swapping those, I, in my infinite wisdom, managed to crack the lower part of the windshield.
It was at this moment that he knew.
But we bought a basic AutoZone window repair kit. It was more meant for rock chips, but it's still keeping that crack from spreading, which is great. And it's so low on the windshield that you don't really even notice it. I did not even want to research how much it costs to replace the windshield on the R8, so I'm fine with rolling with a cracked windshield for now. Like I said, it's barely noticeable, it's a tiny crack, so. But shame on me. The other fun things that we did in the Audi R8 was we took it camping for 4 days. That was a really fun time, and then the door kind of broke, and the passenger side doesn't really lock anymore. But again, I'm not too worried about that. Eventually I get that fixed. Definitely worth it camping in it for 4 days. I was surprised by how much we could actually fit in the car. I also shared my opinions on the Audi R8's R-tronic transmission. I also showed my 8 likes about the car as well as my 8 dislikes about the car, and those got a decent amount of traction, which I'm excited to see. And then for the top performing video on the channel, which I am very surprised by, was the can you daily drive the Audi R8. That thing is really hooked and taken off, which is cool. So thanks for the support on that video. Looking into 2024, I really want to show you guys the track days that I've taken the R8 out to. I did, I think, 1 or 2 of them during 2023, and they were before I had launched this channel. So we'll be definitely taking you guys along for a couple of track days, especially in the spring. And hopefully we can even have the Miata out there at some point. But yes, speaking of the Miata, that has been a truly fantastic car to work on this year. I picked it up in March of 2023, and main reason was just so I could learn manual, and I did exactly that. I learned how to drive manual. I now understand why everybody is so hyped about manuals. They're a completely different driving experience and very satisfying. So very happy to have, I don't want to say mastered it, but I'm at least used to it now to where I'm not stalling it. And the driving experience is actually pretty damn smooth. That's something I've wanted to learn since I was, gosh, 15 or 16. So that's been great. Opens up a whole nother world of cars to review and cars to own, which is awesome. But yes, the Miata, when we purchased it for $3,000 back in the spring, it had a lot of issues, and we tackled quite a few of them this year, a lot more than I actually thought. So I'll just go through a quick list of what we've done. We fixed the taillight, we fixed the valve gasket, fixed the rear main seal, spark plugs, oil change, except as many keen viewers will know, the old oil filter is still stuck on there, so we'll get that handled soon. I don't think we're gonna be able to get that thing off in the garage. I'll probably have to take it to a place. We did the cheap brake kit that we got off of Amazon for $150. That's been feeling better and better each day as the brakes have like really set in. That brake feel has been improved dramatically. We did a soft top repair. Basically my soft top can no longer go up and down, but at least we're not sitting in a lake anymore. So that's definitely a big benefit there. Looking into the future, I would like to get a hard top for it. I think that'll just be the best fix for the water leakage issue. It still leaks a tiny bit, like the driver's seat will get wet if I don't have a car cover over it when it snows or rains. But yeah, like I said, at least we're not sitting in 2 inches of water like it was. We also fixed the door locks, so now the car actually locks and is secure. The engine is now timed correctly, which is great. That was actually a more recent fix. Turns out I was driving the car with an incorrectly timed engine this entire time.
I'm not sure how 2 others didn't catch that.
The exhaust gaskets were also replaced. because those things were crumbling. We recharged the AC, got the AC belt replaced. We did the clutch and brake fluid flush. We fixed a vacuum leak. We cleaned out the drains. We attempted to do the fuel injectors. I still don't know exactly why those fuel injectors that I got were not happy in the Miata. Some people have been saying that it's the 1.8 fuel injectors and there's a different flow rate there, but the injectors were marked actually as a 1.6 on the product listing page. So I'm not sure what went on there, but when we take it into a shop again after getting the coilovers installed and getting it all aligned, I'll bring in the injectors and see what they have to say about it. I'm just super curious. They look the exact same as the old ones and use all the same rubber gaskets and fittings, so not sure why that's not getting along with the Miata. Yeah, and that was pretty much everything. So it was quite a bit of work, and it's just been nice to get that mechanical confidence up once again, and just being able to work on a car and reap the benefits from DIY repairs and DIY installs. So hopefully you've enjoyed the Miata process along the way. I think probably one of the more impressive things about the car is that it drove a full 2,000 miles out to Nevada and back, of course, and that's back when the engine was incorrectly timed, and it still handled it like a champ. Somehow it wasn't negatively affected. I don't know how, but that's just a testament for the car's reliability, I suppose. So, and then moving on to a fun group that I joined. It was Shift Colorado Magazine. Joined with them in the summer. It's been awesome working with that group of people. It's just a really solid group of car enthusiasts that are very supportive of each other, and we've been able to do some really fun stuff with them, and I imagine there's going to be plenty more coming up in 2024. So I joined with them in the summer. We managed to be able to review the LC500 on short notice. But that was just such a blast to be able to be in that car and experience it. We got to talk with a Ferrari Dino owner. His name's Pietro. That was an absolutely beautiful car, and it was so cool to get rollers of it and just be part of that process. So, and then we also got to go up to Vale Concours, like I mentioned earlier. The R8 did have its tire go out on the way up, which was a little bit stressful. Had to cancel an Airbnb up there and get a $500 tow back home. But that was still a very fun time and a unique experience. And lastly, with Shift, we hosted a barbecue here at the house where it decided to snow quite a bit. I think that was our first snow of the season, but we still had a great turnout. It was still a great time. But yeah, that is pretty much 2023 in review and all the things that we accomplished this year with the YouTube channel. I am, again, very, very surprised by how quickly the channel is growing. If there is something specific that you want to see, please reach out and let me know. If you're in the Colorado area and you don't mind tossing your keys to little old me to review your car, I would love to do that and feature it. I think that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I know it's a little bit different than what we usually do, but yeah, I seriously appreciate all the support. And as a reminder, I upload every single Sunday, and we will see you in the next one.